Hello?
Hey,
There we go. Because it was a scheduled event, I had to look for the live button up at the top right, and I thought it was just something on my end I was doing wrong.
yeah, I don't know how Brian does it, but for the longest time I used the same link.
I
So I don't know. I don't know if you have to change the link each time or what that deal is.
I don't think you do, but I think it makes it a lot easier making a new link every time for him for the recordings. I
Yeah,
think that's why he does it.
he probably did it for each new live one, if I remember correctly. Ones he was recording.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm beat.
Get your errands taken care of.
Yeah, I even got a little nap in, but it wasn't enough.
I hear you.
Yeah, it rained on. I was glad we had internet. When I was falling asleep, I heard the thunder, and we usually, for whatever reason, there's a lot of big trees around us, so we lose internet a lot.
Gotcha. Do you stay close to Brian?
No, I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, damn.
I'm back in the town that we grew up in. I moved my children moved back here um in the like 2010 range when they were adults,
Hmm.
and I moved out west for a little while, and when my daughter got pregnant with my first grandson, I came back cross country and been living back in this area for a while.
Gotcha. Well, it's still just the same.
Yeah, I don't think I could handle down there anymore. I've been down in Charlotte a couple times, and the traffic was bad when I left there. I lived up in Lincolnton, out past Gastonia,
Yeah, I'm familiar. I used to live in Statesville.
and I used to drive to Century, and it was about an hour and 45 minutes each way on a good day,
Damn.
and that just wore me out.
Yeah, that's rough traffic. Were you taking
Yeah,
16 at
85
that
and
time too?
485. What's that?
Were you hitting 16 on the way down at least?
Nope. Usually it was 85 to 45. Every now and again, 16 on the way home. I would actually, on the way home, I would go around, because remember, I'm out in Matthews. It was quicker to go around the north side of 485. And
Wow.
then, and then that way I would get off the exit before 85, which I think was 16, correct?
Yep. Yeah, 16 was like the west side of Lake Norman. And then if you go on the east side of Lake Norman, you basically have to take 77 if you go north.
Yeah. I did get in there and clean up a few more of those things, but if you want to pull that view down and get started, or is Brian intent? Would he say 7 or 7:30?
He was saying 7:30. I thought we might get a little head start because I know you said he wanted us to complete that by tonight.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and pull down that new mechanical and open it up, I'll take you to the area that probably needs the most work, and I'll walk you through what we can. I have it up, so if you're having a problem with something clicking, we'll switch to mine. I'll show you how to click it, and
Okay.
uh, and then when we're done, we'll post yours, and I'll do the last few things that I need to do. I need to set up a 3D view on the plumbing, which I guess I could probably get working on. You're not in there.
Now we are in the mechanical file, correct?
Yep. Should have me as the last person working in it. Yep. And I even got the file. I compressed it a good
Yep.
bit too.
There it is. Okay. So download. Man, I'm gonna have to go through a lot of these.
The the important ones for you. Do you have all the backgrounds on the? You're just gonna get them all. Don't get the 02.
I was gonna move them all to my BIM file.
Okay,
If I,
that's fine. Yeah, that way you
if
have
I,
all your backgrounds.
what's gonna be the easiest way to do
I
that?
wouldn't get all of them. Just get the Revit files right to there. And then when you get them down, I get rid of those .01 files. If unless you can take them out now, that way you don't have to download them. There's a plumbing .01 second from the bottom.
Yeah.
Can you do a shift? Nah, I don't think you can. Just grab them all and just. I usually do them individually because I hate the zip files, but just go ahead and do them all. Why is that a 01?
Let's see. Where did I put the BIM at? Why am I echoing?
because Brian just joined.
What's up, Brian?
Not too much. What about you?
Just playing in File Finder.
I am so glad to see you guys are actually on.
We were on for a while earlier.
Oh yeah.
Why are we seeing a 01 in the folder, Brian? I don't like that.
The what?
The downloads.
His Google folder has a lot more files than mine does.
Probably because he probably worked off the Google Drive at one point. That's the only way you get a .01. And you see his screen is too small to stretch that window, so you can't see the whole name.
Yeah.
You got to be able to see that whole name in order to really work with that. So that's some dangerous stuff. So who made this go live?
Me.
We were trying to use the link from earlier, but we couldn't get it to connect. And
you
when
were
he
talking
saw
about
your
this
link
right
for tonight's meeting, he just jumped in early and it worked.
So
Yeah,
I downloaded that yesterday. I have not made that.
That means you opened it in the download folder and hit save. That's what happened. Oh, however many .000 there are. Yep.
Yeah, but the one with the 1 at the top makes me real nervous.
Because I don't think I did that.
22nd. That's yesterday. No, that's today.
21st is this yesterday. See, this is right around the time I was downloading all of them, as you can see.
No, I think that was when we were working yesterday.
That only happens if you open it and hit save. That .001, there aren't any of those on the Google Drive.
So should I delete these?
You should actually constantly be deleting your stuff out of your downloads because you really gotta get that flow smooth, or you will be overwriting work. Okay, that's what happened to Mike in the beginning. It's like now at this point you won't update, you won't re-download like the architecture and the structure and the electrical and any of that stuff until I give you a heads up that we've received updates. So that might not happen for a couple weeks. It's just going to be plumbing and mechanical, whichever file you're working in. But I'll be honest with you, I wasn't prepared to get into this meeting, so I'm going to drop back off. And then I'll jump on at 7:30 because I still need to eat dinner. So I was just coming up here to jump onto it just to have it open in case you guys joined. But if you guys can continue for a half hour, I'll be back in a half hour, all right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, what I'm wondering is this is the file that we played around in today, isn't it?
Eric, you know how to confirm the last thing that you did. You guys
and that's not it, because that's not what all the cleanup you did. Let me see what I have.
This is close to it.
The problem I see on the other side, go to the other page. You see the angled dimension on the pipe? Nope, the angled dimension on the pipe that's angled, the 2'5" and the 7 inches. We took that 2'5" out to the end somewhere at one point, and we rerouted.
And we put a bunch of them right up here.
What's that?
We put a bunch of dimensions for the mains up here.
Yeah. Give me a second. Let me open that here and see what my plumbing looks like, and then I'll repost because something's clearly wrong there. I don't want to lose that because that basically almost wrapped up our plumbing file.
It saved some of it clearly, but
which one did you open there? You're in the 002.
Yeah,
okay, that's why. Okay, we're good. Go back to the one that doesn't have a 00 on it, and you'll see that that's updated. That was 2 saves. That was 2 saves ago, or that was the last save.
In that case, that's why I was opening to make sure it wasn't.
Yeah, delete those 00 files. That's all I would tell you.
Did. Yep. All right. I got
the one with the 1 in front of it is really, really bothering me. I don't see that on here, so I'm not as worried.
Same thing. Well, no, somebody would have had to put parentheses there, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think Brian's gonna need to check that on the Google server and see where that came from. It's not Mike, because Mike's. Oh, you know what? What time does that say?
Today it's 6:57 p.m.
Oh, that's when you downloaded it.
So I just downloaded a copy there. That's all
Yeah.
that is. Okay.
Yeah, we don't open that one. Let's stay away from that one. Let's open the regular mechanical one.
Should I delete this one for now?
You
think I'm
can delete it
safe.
from your drive, but don't delete it. I don't understand why it shows up on your Google Drive and not my Google Drive.
Well, is it?
I don't see it on my Google Drive, so it must be assigned
That's
directly to
Rev
you.
12. That's one, and there's no other mechanical. So yeah, that's another me mistake. Okay. So I'm gonna delete that file. Cool. I don't feel bad now.
Okay, we're good.
All right. Now just walk me through it real quick. When I save, I have to save as or save.
No.
Why is it saving in 2025?
What's that? Don't open in 2025.
It's doing it, and I did not do that. I just double clicked on the file.
It won't do anything. You'd have to hit save once you're in there for it to do anything.
Let's open it through Revit, not File Explorer. How about that?
Added ceilings in electrical and TR room. Oh man, Brian keeps sending me emails that I know I don't want.
He's gonna keep us busy. Okay, where's my file?
All right, so I haven't closed that.
Desktop. BIM. Caesar's Nightmare. And we're doing the mechanical file, correct?
Yep.
Not mechanical Rev 12.
Yep. While you're here, if you let me see. Hang on one second. While you're here, right click in the tab in the left side where it says My Network and Favorites. Right click on one of those and say Add Current Folder. Now your Caesars will be in there for when you open it. You won't have to go hunting it down.
Oh, that's
I usually put it on the top, and I'm sure there's a way to move it up there, but there you go.
perfect.
And then it will eventually, once you open in that folder, I think it'll almost always open in that folder from now on.
All right.
Wait. What did that say?
It was making sure I wanted to save that file location.
Oh, gotcha. I was thinking it might still be, you might still actually be working off the Google because you're working. Is your download folder where you created that Caesar Nightmare folder, or wherever you created that Caesar Nightmare folder, is it being backed up to Google Drive?
It shouldn't be. No.
Okay.
I mean, I can double check with you real quick if this Revit will fucking load, and I can minimize it.
I've been having a problem where anything that's associated to me on our Google Drive counts against my space on Google Drive, and I don't pay for space, so it fills me up.
Gotcha. Now, I don't have anything backing up to Google Drive. I don't even have it downloaded to access it. I have to go into a browser.
Yeah, that's how I do it as well. Okay.
Mine says I'm using this much, but I'm pretty sure this is all... I don't know what that is. Can I delete that? I don't even know what this is. That's NTI. Holy shit.
I think if I went back and looked at some old job files, I'd probably find I can't open them because the software's pretty obsolete.
I'd like to delete that. I don't need that. Yeah, I don't need any of this shit.
I feel the same way. I don't think I use Google Drive very often anymore, except for this stuff.
And then what the fuck is this shit? 2020? I don't know what it is, but I don't want it. Can I empty trash? Yeah. Oh, it's my Gmail. It's taking all that up. Okay, got it. Let's get out of that. And back to the drive and back to the file. Okay. Now, where were we?
Let's go to that. Well, yeah, that. Nope, close that up. Go down. Nope, close. The only one that was open, the
1/4.
Yeah, but I think it's the 1/4. Yes, it's that one. That's what's confusing me. That outside air one.
That's going to be makeup air, ain't it?
Yeah, but why? But this is outside air, makeup air. I just don't. I'm not sure what these views are. Let me look at them. I think these are the ones she's creating that are 3D. Okay, yeah. You go in the one that says quarter,
Gotcha.
and then you go down to the one that says exhaust and outside casino floor dimensioned.
And what area?
All right, we're going to be going to basically the center circle, and then a little bit, basically right smack dab. It's marketplace, right smack dab in the middle. Oh, we're going to those. No, I want to go to the overall, because you're going to be going and looking at a few things. It's not slow because I have the references turned off. Go to the parent.
So that one.
Yep. It won't be too bad because the references are turned off.
Oh, that was quick.
If the references were on, we'd still be waiting. So keep going right to that center one where you see about 4 or 5 green things. Nope.
Right here.
Right by the circle. Yep, that one.
10-4.
All right. So you get a feel that this one, unlike our last one, is actually split onto 4 pages. If you see that. So when you're tagging something, you see how that duct up top was tagged, and it was that one right there. You see how? Nope. Go back down with the green one you were just at.
Oh yeah.
You see how it's tagged and then it crosses over the break page? We have to fix that because that's not going to read correctly on our sheets. Okay? So when we tag these things, be instinctive to drag away from the page break.
And these are all page breaks, right?
Yep. Those are the outlines for the 2 pages that are coming together so that they cover the whole thing. All right, so if you zoom out just a little bit, let's start down low because there was some stuff I saw down low I wanted to take care of as quick as we could. First thing I see is the hood. We are tagging the hoods. We do need to tag the hoods. So the blue hood in the middle. Yep. Let's put a tag on him. If you want to go to one of the tags that's on another hood and do CS, select it and say CS. Nope, that's a pipe tag. We want a mechanic. We want the one that says soaker hood. Yep, click him, say CS. That'll create the same type of tag. Turn your attach end off, make it the free end. And then I would click towards the break of the page on the top side. I would click towards the break of the page. Yeah, it booted you out. You're going to have to click free end again. No, it stayed on free end. So I would click somewhere on the top of it and then go up and into that white space up above there. That's good. And then you remember how I showed you to flatten that leader out, the dot of the leader.
Like that.
Nope. You want it flat coming off the text and then sloped going down to the hood. There you go. That's perfect. And I'm not picky. If I have a bunch of tags in a row, I would like the legs to be the same length. But if they're in other places, I don't care. All right. We now need to tag a bunch of the orange out to the right side.
All this.
The orange on either side of the hood, we need to tag it.
Okay. So
there you go. That's perfect. There you go. I like it. Now, that one has a handful of things underneath of it. I believe it has 4 drop. No, it has 2 drops underneath of it. You see that typical of 2 node over there? If you tab on that guy, it should give you the one below. Nope. You see the little squares that you're seeing when it hides them?
Yeah.
Go to the one on the north and go near the square and hit tab.
It made noise at me.
Right near the edge. You got to get right there, right there. Now do it. Is it still doing it?
Yeah.
Huh. Let me see if I can do it on mine.
It's just doing a little weird noise at me.
All right, let's do this. And don't click out of the zoom. Don't click out of the command. We're going to tag the duct we're on. Go ahead and put a tag down from there.
Well, I've got one there.
I know we're going to delete it after we're done. It's the best way to get to the lower one. And as soon as you finish that tag, then go and go hover over the other duct again. It's still not letting you, is it? That's the hood. Oh, wait. You had it. Go back. There it is right there. Click there. Now go up above the type 4 because that's actually the note for the type 4. Yep, click there and then drag your leg. You'll get the hang of that, trust me. I know it's kind of tough right now. It would probably be easier if it was left justified, so you saw the leg right in the middle of your click point. Now, take that leader and just go a little bit closer to the outside so that it's just so you're in the right area. They're not going to be able to see it. We might have to opaque that or something to make sure they can see it, but I think that's good for now. And then delete the other leader or the other tag that we added for that. All right, we need a tag on the orange one on the other side. If you zoom out, I don't believe it's tagged. And you don't have to do the ones on the bottom because that typical 4 should be covering that. There you go. That was perfect. That's what I like to see.
God, that is. I need to get a new mouse. I don't know if you can tell when I'm zooming in too fast. It's zooming out. It's
that'll kill you. That does zoom out really far quick. Can you slow the speed down at all on it?
It's something about the mouse itself. Like when I'm doing single clicks here,
I've had that issue. I always have to turn off the mouse where you use it to pan right and left, because if you hit that pan right and left in Revit, it'll shoot you out of there. All right, if you zoom out, let's clean up that tag that's going to the green duct. It's going to the fitting, and we need it to go to the duct itself.
Which one are you talking about? Right here?
That one right there. And actually pull it closer. That's way too far out. I'm sure that there's information there. We're gonna have that's fine. Just clean up the other end. We might have to move that back out when we go to the go to the duct, not the fitting. A little bit further left. There you go.
I'm wondering why I couldn't select that.
I couldn't either. I think it's just too close to the edges. It's too close to the edges, and it's wanting to grab the tap out first, and it's not a note prepared for the tap out, so I think that's where the ding is coming from. You have to hover. Once you're hovering over the ductwork that you know is ductwork, then you have to hit tab, and that allows you to select things in a different plane. Yeah, I think that one's just pretty well hidden. On some of the other ones on the job, I've definitely been able to do it that way, but some of the ones that are close to the edge don't take.
Yeah, it's not. Is there like a copy button for this? Create similar? Not exactly.
It's create similar. That's the CS that you're typing when I tell you to hit that.
Yeah, I was hoping I could actually just like right click, copy, paste, and then put it over here and put it pointing in the rough same area.
No, because what you have to remember is when you click on that duct, it is telling you which leader line is attached to that duct. You have to actually click the duct itself so that it can pull the information.
Right.
If you were to copy that over there and drag the arrowhead onto the new duct, it wouldn't know to pick up the thing. I think you would have to you would actually have to do a rehost button after the fact.
Well, how about what if I?
You could do an HI or whatever. There you go. A temporary hide, not HI. Now, do you think that you should demand or you should tag all 4 of those individually, or should we have the typical 4? Because I don't know what they prefer in the field.
We should probably tag each one, but at the same time, I mean, they're gonna know. It's not gonna make a difference if you don't tag it. I don't believe.
Yeah, so it's kind of those are the things that we run into. We want to give you as much information as possible, but when it comes to duplicating and having to tag all those things, it's fine if you're just doing one section and there's 4 of them. But when you're doing 10 sections and you're dealing with 60 of those across the board,
right?
All right,
I get it.
Let's go ahead and zoom out, and I think you got one over to the. Actually, let's stay on this one. Go north. The ducks feeding these guys. Tidy up those tags up there. One of them's going to a fitting. The one on the end should be on the round duct, and that one's going to a fitting. It should actually be on the rectangular duct.
Talking about that.
Yep, that should be there, and then the 14 by 14 should be off the fitting and go a little bit to the right. And now you see how they're on the other page. Let me see where they're showing up. I'm going to go to the other page. What is that? That is. Oh, you're such a bitch, man.
It's looking like it's actually showing them in 2 different pages.
Yeah, and it's going to because of where it clips across.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Don't worry about those right now. Again, we're gonna have to turn some stuff off. The only other thing I see is there's a dimension. There's a dimension in the middle of the duct or tag, and yeah, fix that arrowhead to go to the correct duct, the 14 by 14. And then if you go to the left, there's another tag in the middle of the duct right there that I'm not sure what it's going to. I think it's going to something down below because it's a diameter. So,
yeah, it's
let's drag
panel,
the tag off to the bottom of the duct.
You talking about this right here?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's for that access panel right there.
No, if you look right to the right there, there's an orange round duct coming off the bottom of that guy.
Oh, what the?
I'm pretty sure that's what he's tagging, calling out.
It's a 12-inch round. And this says it is. Oh, it didn't take for some reason. This is 6-inch. Yeah, I don't think that's it.
Delete that note.
This whole note right here?
Yep, delete that note. And we can't tag the other one because it's 2 fittings back to back.
I don't know why it's not letting me.
Do an escape.
I'm escaped. It's not liking this.
There
it goes.
They're finicky. When especially when they're on stuff. That's why you really try not to do them on stuff. No. Cancel.
I was gonna say something ain't right. I don't know if this is my files or what.
Go to your filter. No, it says you have 0 items selected. What the hell?
That's what I'm saying. Something's acting weird. I'm escaped all as much as I can. This still shows blue for some reason.
Hit save.
What, up here?
Yeah.
Save or save as?
Save is fine.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Oh, what the? It took the.
It got it. It got it. Your machine was requiring a short break.
Yeah.
But
now I'm not getting blue lines on edges. It's. I think I might reboot the file.
That's fine. I think you have to.
Yeah, I don't know what I did.
You don't have anything else open in there, right? We did the
No.
save. Yeah, like I said, I'm very familiar with that, and there is a little bit of additional drag with StreamYard going. I don't know what that other tag was hitting. It must have been something that was there previously. Oh, man. It's that dimension plan right there. That's right in your view. The one with the minus on it.
Let me see what all I have open. Should be good. All right, let's see if what I did saved. Okay, so it took that tag out and moved my arrows, so yeah, we're good.
We're good. All right. Before I do any more of the cleaning up ones, I just want to make sure we've got them all caught. So let's go to the orange down in the center. That one right there. Yeah. You got typical 3, so we show the 3 drops. I think the VAV notes are going to come off these sheets, but let's not worry about that now. But that will definitely help us out. All right. So there we got orange duct center dimension.
Oh,
I really am confused because we don't normally do it 2 different ways. All right, we'll let that as it is. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Looks like the kitchen hood by the hood by the pizza fireplace, the one that's at that one right there. Looks like there's some stuff. Maybe clean up that note to the duct and put it on the duct, not the fitting. And then I don't know what that means. Ductwork to hood is not smooth.
It'd be nice to know who put that.
If we had a central file, you could. I mean, I don't know. That doesn't look like something I would put. I have to think that's Misty, but ductwork to hood is not smooth. Not sure what that means. Now let me ask you this: if that duct right there is tagged, yeah, you were on attached then. When you reset, that's one of those things that resets on you, unfortunately. But let me ask you this: if that duct is tagged around the elbow there, do you need a second tag there?
Right here?
Yeah, you see how that duct is the same duct,
No.
the 12-inch diameter, 11.6 high.
No, you would just need a dimension. You wouldn't need one of these because, I mean, if you got 12-inch and 12-inch and it's a 90, especially round, you know it's the same size.
That's what I thought. Then get rid of that tag and let's throw a dimension there.
What, this one?
Get rid of that tag and let's throw a dimension from the column grid to that orange one to tie it down.
This is column. Yep. Okay.
Yep. I wouldn't do the fitting. I wouldn't add the fitting like that. Oh, sorry. All you had to do was click back on the fitting line and it would have removed it from your chain.
You good with that right there then?
Yeah, I'm just fine with even the piece of duct. You'll notice we don't catch that on all of them, but I'm fine with it being there. It's just the one we don't normally show the fittings because those fittings that we have created in Revit probably are not the same length as the fittings in the field.
Probably not, but
see, so if we tell them that it's supposed to be 7.5 inches, then if they don't have 7.5 inches, then they panic or what? Not panic, but you know what I mean.
Oh no, they panicked. They panicked.
Yeah, we don't try and do that. We try and give them as much as we can. The 14-inch diameter going to the pipe above the hood. Yeah, pull that to the. You know what? Leave it there until I see the backgrounds. I want because there might be text issues and wall issues in there. All right, let's zoom back out.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I did not see that we didn't have that. And you could probably go from that line and get the two ends of the duct, I guess, or maybe just that end. I think because they're going to place the equipment. The equipment's going to be placed, and then that's going to go to that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Zoom out a little bit.
None
We're
of
going
this
to
is
clean up
tagged.
some of the tags on the north, but I want to wait till we turn everything on before we do that. I think overall we're pretty good there. And we're definitely going to clean up the tags on the green, but I want to turn the walls on before we do that. So I think we're good here. Go down to Ramsey's kitchen and let's make sure. I think we got all that earlier today.
Ramsey's is over here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I caught all that stuff today. The only thing I did not do was I did not tag the hoods.
Ooh, hold on. You tagged all this. All this right here.
Yeah, I did.
Where is it?
No, you tagged it.
No. I watched you tag it. I tagged the...
Oh, you were in the plumbing file. You were in the plumbing file. I was in the mechanical file.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Did it save? Or do I not have the latest download, maybe?
Yeah, I have it all dimensioned.
So do I need to update a file? Is what I'm wondering.
Go to your your Google BIM or your Google Drive. No, because I saw that it said the one with my name on it. Did you download all the files just fresh today?
No. But if we go to my downloads... Oh! I bet that's the problem right there.
You didn't download that one?
No, I did, but look, it's been deleted. And it was the one that was number 1.
You know why? Because when you download
already
it,
had a
you have
copy.
one with that name in your folder. So it's adding the one to the end of it. You need to clean that download folder out.
I did now.
Okay. That's what happened.
Yep.
Is Brian doing that?
Yeah, it is. Love it. Well, this is all useless then. I'm going to quit drawing in here.
Yeah, close out of that and pull the other one up. We didn't lose that much.
Nah. Thank God we caught it now.
And I'm going to tell you the last thing you want to hear, but I've heard it my whole life, and it is absolutely true. It's so much faster the second time.
Thank you. I was sitting here on mute. I was like, Misty, Eric, someone tell him the golden rule. It always goes quicker the second time around. That's just the way it is. And you will double draw more stuff than you can ever imagine.
Oh, that's so funny, though. Learn something new.
So, Brian, did you want the VAVs grayed out on these drawings or at least not tagged?
On which ones? On the exhaust?
Yeah.
They should actually be turned off. You could have wrote a filter to turn all of the VAVs and the FCUs off because they don't have anything to do with exhaust. It would have made your screen work quicker. It would have made it easier for you to zoom around.
Can we do that real quick while we're in here?
Well, I don't see your screen, or I'd walk you through.
No, I'm waiting on his file to reopen. He's in the mechanical file.
So Tyler messed it all up, huh? Well, then that means you're learning, baby, because the only way you're going to learn this software is to screw it up royally. That's just the way it works. So
and Brian, I don't know if you heard, it came down to the fact that his download folder had a mechanical file in it. So when the next one came down,
Mike's been burned by that 3 times. You remember right before I left, I said, Tyler, your download folder should always be empty.
He emptied it at this point.
Well, that's why it should be empty. That's why.
I emptied it right after I did it, but I didn't realize that I did it before.
Like I said, the nice part is everyone gets to see. This is a problem. with how we have our current workflow in exchanging the files. So now you want to really impress me with Discord. Can we exchange files on Discord?
Let's find out. After this.
Nope. That's homework for you. Tonight is a very tough night. Okay.
Oh, it's gonna take me 30 seconds to test that real quick.
Well, you can test it in the background while Eric's opening up. Eric, let's push Eric's screen up.
Do you want me to show the mechanical? I have the mechanical open because I was following along with him. Or do you want him to work the mechanical and me in plumbing?
No, I want you in the mechanical and the plumbing for right now.
All right. You can close that down because you'll need a new mechanical when we swap out.
Well, that's the whole point is I want to do a review of where we are, what we need to get done so that I can do my update for tonight.
Yep.
Okay. So while it's opening or while you're getting there, and what I'm going to be looking for is if you can get to a 3D view where all Revit links are turned off and everything else is turned on.
In plumbing or in mechanical.
To be honest, in both. That's how I work. We really ought to cover the coins auto section box because Misty never quite got that right on her new machine. And Misty, if you're listening, if you can go download coins auto section box and install it so that when we get to that point, we can show both you and Tyler so that we have that set up. But you see, the reason, and while he's doing that, this is where I get to show you that it's actually beneficial if one person's driving and the other person's talking. What you're going to find is that view that he just opened up, it's a bear. It's miserable. Yes, Eric? No.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I like to have the 3D view, which is the home bar up on the top of the screen, that little house thing that you couldn't find originally. That's going to be your quickest way to get yourself around the model. Yeah, it's a bear. Those are all bear files. Why are you going through all those?
Who?
Oh, is that Tyler doing that?
Opening that.
Whose screen am I looking at? Eric's?
Not mine.
Are you looking at 3D model right now?
That's how I like to see it. Now, hey, Ginger, let's see. We're not able to, Tyler, whenever someone's grayed out in the bottom, that means they're in the back room. We need to push them into the room because if Misty and Ginger are talking, we can't hear them. As soon as I hit that little add to stage so that they have their icons, then we typically go back to this view, and that's going to allow us, right?
Yeah. I kind of was playing with that when I was trying to start this stream with Eric earlier. I was texting him. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
I got to get off of that one. Now you're driving me nutsers. All right, Eric.
Yeah, it's still opening the other file. This is now mine. I opened that view for you.
All right. Did you see the PDF that I sent you from Jason? Let's see. Which screen am I sharing? See, I talk all that trash and I don't even have myself sharing a screen.
From Jason.
Yeah, the one from Jason. That's the one we want to be looking at. Let's see. I need that screen share. I got it open already.
All right.
So you don't even have to look at it. This is what it is. It's sort of a joke. I told him we had Ramsey's Kitchen. I know I made this clear. I actually wrote it in 3 emails. We already have Ramsey's Kitchen. The one thing I'm not too positive about is the ceiling height. But could you take me to the dishwasher for Ramsey's Kitchen and confirm that's what you've drawn?
All right.
And then we'll get your north orientation. Always right.
I'm working on it, but it's hesitating because I'm opening that other view.
Yep, that Ramsey's Kitchen. We're looking for the little dishwasher. Do you indeed have 14s all the way down to the bottom? According to his little sketch, it was all 14s.
The big one or the little one?
Below the pair of pants.
You're right. The pair above and below the pair of pants. I didn't need you in that view. In that 3D view, you could have zoomed in there, clicked on a duct, and told me they were both 14s, and I'd have said fine.
That's a 9.
Those are going to be 14s, he's saying, for some reason. Why is that?
And those are 12. So you're saying everything's 14?
That's what he's saying. Remember, we didn't know the size, and we did the
Yeah,
comparative.
that calculation didn't work as well as we thought.
No, that's a lie. All right. And I wish Jason was on right now. And maybe Tyler can say, hey, Jason, at about 47 minutes in, you really ought to listen to Brian, because then you understand why the hell he's so frustrated. Okay? Jason didn't make anything occur to have the difference in the sizes of the branches like the engineers did. He just ran it 14 all the way. Okay? It's probably not going to be problematic for you to make that change. But I question making that change. I really question making that change. I don't think he's thought it out. Number one. Number two, look at your screen real quick. You see here where he's got the ceiling height? Oh, I'm sorry. Here where he's got the ceiling height?
Uh-huh.
This tells me he wants the 18.6s to penetrate the ceiling.
Yeah, but they're turned the other way.
I don't know what you mean by turn the other way.
Well, if I'm looking at this, they're turned. I'm seeing the short end of them. If I'm looking at that sketch, I'm seeing the long end of them.
He's saying right when it gets into the ceiling, it's supposed to be 18.6.
Yep, which should be those two connections right there, or those 18.6, that piece of duct.
Nope, 16.4.
All right, see? So already.
But the connection piece is 16.4.
I know, because guess who drew that by the submittal?
Gotcha.
Mike. Guess who didn't review the submittal? Jason. I wish you would have been on here, because that's why we're not changing this, because Mike drew this to the submittal. The connection points are supposed to be 16.4. The equivalent diameters matching the engineer's drawing should be, what do you have, Eric, at the top? 12. What do you have down at the bottom?
9.
12s into a pair of pants and then into a 9. If that's acceptable, please let me know. Eric, you need to move both of those transitions to above the ceiling. That's what his drawing says. If I go back to his drawing, you see it says ceiling, and it says the 18x6s go through the ceiling. But I'm really hesitant because I don't understand why the connection wouldn't match. That means they're going to have problems later. So if you can change that real quick, that's all I need you to do. That's all I need you to do. All right, so let's look at the next page, because there's only 2 pages. The next page, does it look familiar?
12 and 6.
Same thing.
It's 12 by 6 instead of 18.
Is that 12 into 6 what we just said you wanted in Ramsey's kitchen? Go back and check those.
No, 16-4. 16-4.
Okay. Now, my problem is this one. Number one, I need you to confirm where it is, Eric. So zoom into this one. This one should be in a plan called Kitchen 161. You only have 2 left. So we're going to end up seeing which one it is.
I'm not seeing room names because we don't have the walls turned on, correct?
There's only 3 green ones. These are both at the back. Yep, it's one of those guys, and that's actually probably him. Can you see, is that K? Nope, he doesn't tell me what K. Oh, KEF 17 or 15 at the top? What's the KEF?
No, that's
a hood. That's not it. That's a hood. That's a hood. That was not it. That's not the light green.
Oh, I got you. There
are 3 light green ones.
Well, there's one. No, it's not.
No, that's to a hood. There's some little hoods. I think that's it right there. Stop. That's it. Get up to KF 17, that guy right there. I need you to show some good 3D views. First of all, what are the connections at the bottom of that? So get yourself a good three. Just do a tab on the whole. Hold on. Do a tab on the whole system. All right. So what he did there, Tyler, Ginger, is the tap button's very important. The first time you hover, it's going to pick a duct. The second, if you hit tab, it's going to select that branch. If you do another tab, it's going to select the whole system. And if you do another tab, it does something else we're not ready to get to. So Eric's selecting that whole system. And now he's going to type in XX to go to the 3D view of it. That's our goal, is to have Misty and Tyler doing the same thing. Now, I need you to crop that box a little bit tighter and show Jason what we're doing. And I can tell you right now, we cannot do that roll at the 22.5 degree if it's all going to be 14, because you won't have the clearance over the supply.
Gotcha.
What's your upper section? What's your upper size?
Those are 9, and the upper one, it looks big. It's 15.
Okay. Okay. So that might be able to be brought down to 14, which would help that elbow, which would help situations up there. But we're going to leave it as the 15. What I want Jason, if he's watching this, to review is we're going 15s into 9s, and what's your connection at the bottom?
16 to 4s again, same as the
All
other
right,
one.
see, that doesn't match his either. That's another 12 to 6. Okay, so we would have gotten a wrong transition point. Now, the thing that you guys need to understand in the field, and by all means, Tyler, you could pull it up to this section so that he can review these and watch these, and he might be able to just go back out in the field and tell you, hey, that's all good. Do what you got in there, or no, please change it to what I have. What everyone needs to understand here is, orbit around a little bit, we do not have a dishwasher. We do not have that submittal for that dishwasher. So therefore, we cannot know exactly where the connection is. Right? See, if he goes down to the floor, oh, it's imaginarily not there, because we have not received a submittal for that piece of equipment. If you want us to confirm the spread on that after the pair of pants and where that location is, we need to have that piece of equipment. Otherwise, you can make those adjustments in the field. What I would do, Eric, remember the green duct? I would probably have it come down about 2 feet out of the ceiling. The square duct, the rectangular duct at the bottom. That way Vortex will fabricate that, and they'll have a little extra. But you see what else we got as a problem? If he wants that transition to occur above the ceiling,
it ain't going to work on the angle.
Right? So for that fan, for room one, what?
Maybe it'll do that.
No.
That's just what it did, man. Because those are connected to the ends of the fitting.
Because of how you drew it. How did you draw it? You clicked on it and you picked the number in and you typed it. Try stretching it this time. Just pick it. And when we get to this point, usually the best thing to do is some isolations. But yeah, try that once. See if that does the same thing.
Yep.
Now, what is it doing, Eric, Misty, professionals?
It's putting the fitting on the other end of the pipe. It's putting the transition piece on the other end of the fitting, I mean.
Go into edit type. Of that part, of that duct. Nope.
This one?
No, the bottom one. That's the one you're stretching. Whichever one you stretch, it's going to apply its rules. See,
because it's getting the 1.5.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's why it's doing that. No, you can't do that. You cannot do that. If you do that, you're going to tear up the whole damn drawing. Do not do that.
Okay, so what do I do then?
You have to duplicate it, make it another type where it's not going to control it, or you have to do it in a different way. Okay? So if you would just isolate that one leg, that thing in the transition, please. Maybe the elbow above. Isolate those. Look at those from a direct elevation view. I don't care which one. Pick on the bottom square duct. Grab the blue dot at the top, break it. Perfect. Set that bottom elevation. It's at 9 feet. Let's take it down to 7. We don't know without the submittal. Now, what you have to do, no, you cannot go that way. You have to go the other way. Okay? You have to drag that down. But if you do, you're going to mess your size up, right? So just hit your nudge arrow up 2 times. To lift
on this thing?
On the thing you're on. Now, drag that duct back up there where it was supposed to be. Actually, you know what? Wait. Undo that double nudge. All right. Now what I need you to use is the align command. Now this might be someone's trick. Misty's at this level right now. When something's really frustrating you trying to get a job done, sometimes we just align. Go ahead, align the 2 together. Now, here's the problem. That system is broken. Those 2 things are not connected. If you hit that tab, you're not going to get those bottom pieces. All right? So, what you now need to do is that double nudge up on that fitting. And this time when you drag it down, I don't want you to drag to the middle point. I want you to drag to the quarter point like I showed you before. This way we know it's working.
There?
That works. And you see how that put it into the right place, didn't make that adjustment to above. It makes it so that you can get it done. You guys got to get used to when you're trying to work on that duct, what I call is going hand to hand with the duct. All right, so go ahead and repeat that step while I'm doing it. When we go hand to hand with the duct and the pipe, you have to isolate just the objects you want to work on. Okay? Interesting. How about select it with a crossing window? I don't know.
Oof. That was weird.
Yeah. So this is weird. What we have to do is because of that picking up that thing, we have to break it sometimes. Then we aligned it. Well, change the 7. Do your align. Pick that, double nudge it, drag it to a quarter point. Yep. And the only reason I have him do that is because if you drag back to the midpoint, you might assume you connected. But when you drag it back to the edge and it pulls itself over, then you know it's connected. Okay? So stay in that view. Stay in that exact view, that right view that you were in. Zoom in and maybe fill the page. The only thing I don't like, I know it hurts your neck, but really we're wasting a lot of space. Maybe you should share just your view, your window instead of the whole screen because you got a lot of black space on your screen. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I want you to zoom to that so we can explain to Jason what that used to have as a horizontal run. We sloped that at 22.5 degrees after it comes through the roof. And that's a very tight weave. If you just do a little bit of an orbit, Eric, to show them, you're going to see that that's really close to your purple duct. It helps it. Yeah, that would help. You got it. What he did right there, everyone, is he picked on an object when he orbited, because sometimes when there's Revit links, it wants to orbit around a really weird center point. If you select the object, it's going to orbit around that object. Okay, Jason, so what I need you to do is look and review that and see if we need to change that so that we can contact Vortex. So if you've watched this far, I apologize for wasting this much time, but this is the tricky one. We didn't have a clean way to put that in without having to move either the orange or the purple duct. And I don't think we want to do that because it's probably fabricated. Who knows? It may be installed. So, Eric, can we find the last kitchen hood? You know what? You ran that schedule yesterday. Do we have? Oh no, it would have been. Did you work on any other kitchen hoods? Any dishwasher hoods?
I don't recall, but it looked like this one was switched from exhaust two to exhaust one, or exhaust one to exhaust two. I switched it back.
Which one? The one that you were just on? Or okay, that's the marketplace. Those all seem to have connections.
Yeah, everything's connected there.
Those all have hoods that are built to the submittals. That has a hood that's built to the submittal. I believe that's it.
So there's only 2 dishwashers? Or is there one in the service level?
No, we're not going down to the service level. So let's get this view a little bit better. We talked about you want to hide them VAVs.
Yeah. I also need to turn the Revit links back on before we print or whatever.
Yeah, well, I always have to check that whenever. I mean, you don't have to do that. I can do that whenever I upload.
All right.
I go to print. So, no, we need a new one.
Oh, a new filter?
Yep. And I'll be honest, I wish you would have just shared your view, because then we could actually do a little bit more teaching to them. So, but next time, you're good right now. What I want you to do is I want you to make a new one, edit new. You're not there yet. Now you're there. And I want you to make a new one. So go down and hit the little plus mark. So let's call this mechanical equipment, VAVs and FCUs.
What'd you say? VAVs and HCUs?
FCUs.
FCUs.
Ginger, what you been up to? You around?
Yeah, I'm here.
What the hell happened today? Did I piss anybody off?
No, not that I know of.
Oh, come on now. You didn't hear
piss
any of
me
the
off.
stories?
No, I left at lunch today.
Well, I think I might have made poor Paul upset. I was a little bit full of piss and vinegar. Sometimes sometimes when I pull an all-nighter and I've gotten a lot done, I get pretty cocky. If you haven't figured that out, you will. No, I want mechanical equipment with an abbreviation or with
Ginger, I'll tell you, I got phone calls today about what happened today, apparently.
Which one, Brian?
See, what you're trying to find is mechanical equipment.
Yeah, I'm on mechanical equipment.
I did hear y'all this morning discussing my name.
Yeah, I guarantee you there were some discussions.
Yeah.
Now what you want to do is not system name, but you want to go with the name of the family. Okay?
Yeah, Ginger, people were asking me why Brian sent the email he did.
The tag mark. See, because the mark. See, this is why you don't want to be using all these nonsensical mark names, because a mark is a mark. Every object in Revit has a mark. So now what I want you to remember, I told you always do an equals, because then you can see what things are named in your project when you hit that down arrow. All right. So let's go down and see what the F's, if there's a bunch of FCs, see them? See all of them?
Mm-hmm.
And then you see all the VAVs?
Yep.
So we'd like to say if that mark equals VAV or begins with VAV. All right, now we want to add a rule. Up at the top, add a rule. All right, now we want to say the exact same thing. If the mark begins with FC. Now, no, don't getting fast on me right here. Let's navigate this so these people can see it. So, because remember, if they know that this video occurs, they could theoretically go back and find this information. Or if we get sophisticated, we can get some AI to snip these kind of tips out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. What does the top say? The green.
And
we want that to say or. And now if we say, okay, we apply that filter and turn those objects off, you should get rid of all those VAVs and those FCUs. And when they go away, their tags go away, their dimensions go away.
Yes.
And the view gets faster. Okay. So notice that. No. You know what's happening there? Scroll down. Okay. What's happening there is you're going to find most of those never got named to the right name. Do you see how its mark is 21.8? No, go back to the mark. You got that thing, yep. See how the mark is 21-8?
Uh-huh.
But they're using a VAV tag that puts the VAV in, so they just took a smart number and made it stupid. That's a dumb thing to do. The mark should have been named VAV 21.8. So it only happened in a couple spots. You can actually see where it happened.
I know what happened is this was copied in with the new duct work, and it didn't get the cleanup that I had done with all the other ones prior.
Well, if you wanted to take a minute and go fix all their marks to say VAV in the front of them, you would notice they would go off one at a time. And to be honest with you, we'll go offline when you do that. Just keep this view up. What else is on? We also have air terminals. We could turn off any air terminals that aren't in the system of makeup air. Do you think you could do that?
Now, why would that?
Family, nested, shared family, and you're not going to get over that. That can just stay as a stray. But you see all the air terminals that are out there? We only want ones that are orange, yeah. Right? If you pick on that, isn't that an air terminal?
Yeah, I think it's a return.
See, because
return open airs.
It's one that's undefined system type, though.
Correct. Which is why we're not getting it cut off and it has a garbage mark.
That's correct. Well, those are generally going to have a garbage mark because those, okay, you see how there's a lot of those? Whereas the VAVs, there's one, and then there's another one that's different and another one that's different. Those, generally, you're going to use the type mark in order to make those work. That's what the tag should be referring to, is the type mark, not the actual mark. Those should all not have a mark, but that wasn't really allowed to be done until Revit, 2025. Thank you for 20 years later finally putting it in. But the gist of it is, you could also write a filter, turn off all diffusers that are not part of makeup air. And if you were really doing that correctly, you would do all the diffusers that aren't makeup air and aren't exhaust air. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Is that what you want me to do?
As far as I'm concerned, that's easily done tomorrow. So to be quite honest with you, Tyler, why don't you see what you're made of? Why don't you come back and watch this video, and maybe Eric will hold your hand and be available to answer some of your questions. He's not going to be able to answer it quite as quickly as me because this is all a little bit new to him as well. But if you learn to drive Revit with that, you will be unbeatable. You need to learn how to write those filters. And Eric will tell you he's a little bit weak on those. See, because then if you zoom out, this sheet all of a sudden tells you, oh, I see where I got to work. I know exactly what I got to do.
Yeah.
Right? And to be honest with you, you could try to do that. What are those all orange for? Oh, those are
the access panels.
Yeah, and see, me personally and the exhaust, there really probably should be a couple access panels. No, there doesn't need to be. I take that.
They're always above ACT.
They're all drop ceilings. So really, you don't need the composite file in this view. That's going to help speed you up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see how he's turning that off through that VAV? I want you to practice with this kind of stuff. No, it does help to go back and do it. Who did we get? Did we get someone join? I heard a beep.
Yeah, Ginger disconnected but got back.
She's done it about 22 times, hasn't she? Ginger, what's the matter? You driving through the backwoods? Who's got the doggy? Tyler?
Yeah, that's me. I gotta mute when Odin speaks.
Is that your girlfriend's dog?
The big one.
Yeah, the one you were telling me about.
All right, Brian, let me ask you a question. It may not matter. The dish, yeah, see how much slower I'm scrolling now, Tyler, through this one compared to when there was none of the walls were on.
Oh yeah.
So
this one here, all of these, you should probably be able to not use the interiors, the architectural interiors. What did I call that on this one? So if you do the VV, architectural interiors, that one there you really don't need. That's mostly floor patterns and little tiny ticky-tack stuff. But that's not your slowdown. So you'll pan after this one, and I'm going to prove to you where your problem is.
Okay.
These all contribute to it. Let's try your pan a little bit. Let's see if you picked up any.
Well, I wanted to show you this thing here.
All right.
It's a little quicker.
Yep. Yeah, because that's a nasty file. But you got a nastier one in there.
All right, the electrical.
That's exactly which one.
Hey Brian, when we get a moment, I gotta talk to you about that fire you put under Paul's ass today, because I think it's spreading and not in a good direction.
Well, that's good, because it's time for me to get off this damn job.
No, it's not hitting you. I think it might be burning me and Ginger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, then what I just said to you is exactly right, because you got to understand, I have more interest in you guys. I'll be honest with you. I have no problem writing this job off. I'm almost 7 months behind because I just want off this creature. Okay?
Yeah, but today they were curious about your email to Ginger to me. I just said Brian just needs more help. That's all it was. He's asking for help. We've got the people. He's trying to train them for you and everything. And then I got a text, I want to say in the last hour, asking me if I was working for Brian instead of Century now. Why wasn't that work?
Well, you're not.
No,
you're not.
That's what I told him. But
you're not working for me. I'm training
that
you.
Ginger wasn't there today at some point. I guess she left at lunch, and apparently it just looked bad.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, and I apologize, Ginger. I'm not trying to make a soap opera of your life. I'm just trying to get Century to have some people to wrap this job up. And I'm afraid that I've been waiting so long for Mike. I know they finally wrapped up the tower, but I also know this job scares the daylights out of him. So my theory is Mike should be able to lead Ginger and Tyler to complete this job so I can please go to Montana. This was supposed to be 3 weeks. 3 weeks is all you needed my help, and your BIM department was going to handle it. Right there, Eric, you've got those electrical outlets in the floor. What do you have in the floor right there beside your kitchen exhaust? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's a floor drain.
There's 2 floor drains there.
Those are floor drains. Okay.
Yeah. All I wanted to let you know is that I can't put a slope on this guy because of the double angle, and I wasn't sure. I guess do we just annotate this to tell the angle?
No. See, that's the beautiful part about this. Because of the relationship we have with Vortex. Vortex fabricates exactly those pieces. Okay. That's why it's absolutely so critical when you zoomed into a very good one. Number one, Jason, can you swing that thing at that double angle? That was what I was trying to show you, because it's going off at a 60 degree, but it's also sloping at a 22.5 degree, which that surprises me. Why does it say 27 degrees?
I couldn't figure that out myself.
Well, pick on the actual duct and let me see what the duct slope says. Does it say 612?
Yep.
Is 612 not truly?
It should be 22 and a half because it would be half of 1212, which is 45.
That's very interesting.
I think it has to do with, well, I don't know.
Can you do this? Can you turn this thing into a course mode real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Could be a bug in the software. Wouldn't surprise me. You'll run into them all the time. That's where you just got to be, just because the computer kicks something out, you have to think about that, what is actually going on. Because
well, this one here is clearly going to be at a weird angle because it's double angle.
That one I buy, but the other one I don't.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't.
Now try to tag that thing with a slope.
It's saying no slope because you have to get the outside of the pipe. Are the outside of the duct?
Turn it back into solid color, and let's make a tag for it that reads the slope of it in degrees. Can you do that? It'll be a good lesson for you, and to be honest with you, other people out there, because this is a frustration that you will run into.
Well, that's what we already did. I already have a degree tag.
No, that's a slope tag. We're going to actually make a pipe tag that tells the slope of the pipe.
Okay.
I want to see if we can do that, because I have a feeling there's a bug in the software there, which would be sort of ironic when we really need to be working on this project.
Do we want to work off of this tag or one with the height?
I want you to edit that tag, save as, add the angle, and push it back in. Slope. Actually, we should say angle, because we don't want this in slope. We want this in the angle. Angel? Cool.
Yeah. Why does that? I'm not seeing how to spell it correctly, man. My brain is fried.
L-E.
L-E? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry, man. That was weird. All right. Save.
Pick that. Edit the label. I want you can leave the size and the abbreviation. I want you to add the angle, which is going to be called the slope. Oh, can you find it? Is it in there? We're looking for something that's going to be the angle. Maybe
pressure drop.
No, you just look. We can't see your screen, so you look up there, see if you can find something about the angle.
Additional flow. No, area. I've got end middle elevations. The only thing I don't think you can, Brian. Length. No, there's no slope.
All right, we're gonna have to then later on do a math check on that. We'll play with that. Go ahead and abandon that. So, two things. Why don't they include that? There's that, because if you pick on that duct and look at the properties of it, look right in the bottom of the one that's grayed out. You see that slope? It's inexcusable why we can't salvage that. That's a system parameter that's automatically on that duct. There's no reason Autodesk should not have that built into the tag. Shame, shame, shame. If we also catch the fact that you're not calculating the right angle off of our angle or slope arrow, that's going to be very frustrating. But for now, we're just going to leave that one alone. Did we have any more exhaust duct to go over? I don't think so.
No.
All right, we're at 8. So tell me a little bit more, Tyler, about what you ran into.
What's that?
So the concern is that you guys are actually doing work for me during the daytime?
I think that was part of the concern. and the fact that I had today off because I had some appointments, and then I guess she left at lunch. I don't know what she had going on. None of my business. But because I guess both of us weren't there, they were concerned what's going on. And it was on the same day that you pushed the whole Ginger needs Revit, Ginger needs Revit.
No, I didn't. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. You know why that's not true?
What's that?
It's not the day I started the Ginger needs Revit, Ginger needs Revit. I started that 10 days ago when Ginger's Revit license stopped all of a sudden. She was designing that top ceiling. It was the only thing motivating me to draw that stupid thing because CCE ain't drawing it. Nobody else is drawing it. I don't want to draw it. Ginger made those diffusers and actually walked away with a success story. And then all of a sudden, all the wind got taken out of her sails because someone took her Revit license away. I don't understand the reason for that.
I agree. I ain't denying that one bit. I was just telling you what got back to me sitting at home.
What are you doing there? Oh, you're
This is what was dragging me down. These were all turned on in the 3D view.
Yeah, that's because Misty turns those on because she uses the 3D view. She doesn't use the section box. And I'll be honest, I want to get through that section box more. But what did we have to talk about with the plumbing? All that was that water line that needs to get over to the island. And I'm going to show.
I was going to ask you, can I just put a plan region on that guy?
Yes.
And then do we want his dimension to be from the service level or from the casino floor?
I just put some doggone notes in it. They're going to know not to run that thing down through the floor. They know what they need to do. I mean, that's where I was hoping you had a little bit of a 3D view. I'll be honest, I'm probably going to try to show Tate when I come up on Wednesday. My hope was to come up on Wednesday.
Please and then bring donuts.
And bring donuts, but it's not going to be. I think I'm going to ask them for some stale ones for Monday.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, some rotten sons of bitches. And I'll bring them in, and all them greedy fucks, they'll come running, and they'll be like, what the hell happened?
You're going to slow production down with how much they're going to be in the shitter.
That's exactly right. Well, no, you won't even be able to eat them. I want some hard, crunchy ones that people are like, what the hell is this shit? I'll be like, see Paul. Just see Paul.
See Paul.
Listen, I'm really only trying to help Century out. I
know, but they're seeing it in their angry ways.
I had discussions with people, and I thought I had approval to do this. Okay? I was really hoping, Dan, if you notice, I've been inviting Daniel, which I believe is Lisa.
Yeah.
Her son. I was really hoping to have 3 because I'll be quite honest with you. If you want a Revit user, you really need to find 10 people because not 9 of them are going to wash out. Okay.
1 out of 10 is what we've had luck with.
And that's why I was so disappointed because it doesn't take much to get you off your game. And that's where I'm worried, Ginger, that you're a little bit off your game. We had a good day, didn't we, when we built that diffuser? Assuming she's either muted or walked away. I thought we had a good day. Who did the tagging, you or Tyler?
I started
I did the plumbing and then he did mechanical.
He tagged the plumbing while I walked him through it, and then I showed him how to do the mechanical slope stuff and what we were trying to do, and then I sent him the file, and then that's where we got caught up in the he had the wrong file situation.
Yep.
And that's where if Century really wants, not only do they need to buy Ginger and Tyler a license to the software and buy the appropriate hardware, they're also going to need to buy a copy of ACC so that you guys can do this in that BIM 360, and that'll take all of those overwriting problems away. It'll make everything run a little bit slower so you get paid more to actually do the job, but that's how some people do it. But I know, see, those slope, because I know we made that slope reasonable. That's not 6. It's not 6. That's the problem. And I don't think you can make it 6, to be honest with you, because it's driven by the pair of pants. So just turn that into an angle and let it be that angle. That's why we made it a 30-degree angle. I still can't. I want to figure out why that 22.5 is not working out. I promise you, we did something wrong.
Yeah.
But it could be Revit. So, Eric, you said your brain burnt. Is Misty, are you there? Misty, Ginger, no chat, no nothing.
I'm here.
Well,
Ginger said she's here. I think she's having connection issues. Missy
is
said
she
she's
still
here.
on the road?
I'm not sure.
Well, I was hoping the Misty would talk you through it.
Yeah, Ginger said she's driving.
Yeah,
Talk
okay.
you through what now?
Try to get the duct and the pipe so they can draw duct and pipe in the conduit. I wanted to get onto the system tab for tonight's lesson. We talked a bunch about this job, which is really unfortunate because I really would like to look at those FCU things out at the service entrance, at the parking deck access.
Oh, you're talking about the fan coils for the parking deck. That's B1,
Yeah,
B2, and B3.
I'll be honest with you. I'm going to have to share my screen while you're Eric. Can you get us some good 3D working? You see, this is where I wouldn't even mess with this crap. I would straight to the 3D view. I would go over there and select a bunch of area and do a section box, and then I would dial myself in. I do not work in those plans very often. That's how I can work quickly. Okay, you're working with your hands behind your back when you're working in those plans. All right, so
I'll tell you now, them fan coils are not going to be perfect because they're trying to change them as we speak.
I know, and they came up with some crazy idea.
Is it the mini splits?
No. It's a terrible idea.
Which ones? These ones?
Oh, I can't see both screens at once. You're gonna have to wait till I get my email open, bud. I know you're highlighting stuff, but I
Nope,
can't.
you're fine.
Where the heck? Where did it come from? Yeah, it came from Jair. I forwarded them to you, but just let me pull them up. Run.
Can you hear me, Eric?
Yeah.
Oh, now we can hear you. If there's any way you could sort of give them a little half-hour lesson on how to draw pipes and duct, my voice is really roached.
I don't have
and
time.
nowhere.
I don't
What's
have
that?
time, Eric. If you don't mind doing it, yeah,
That's fine.
Thank you.
I'll do it.
I do it in a little bit. I'm busy this week. I got a lot to get out. I can help with any little thing.
All right, Eric. Here we go. Yep, that's the approximate area. Let's go to area B1.
How do you know where that is?
That's the level. Levels go B2, B1, casino level.
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry. I was thinking quadrant B2.
I understand, buddy.
All right, so that's this.
So this is what we received. Which this is bullshit. This is no way to mark something up. I don't know what the heck that's saying, but it's saying FC 125 and 18 are supposed to go out in that area out there. I don't know. I don't even think it'll go above those ducts. So can you show me this area right here where they're trying to sit this thing?
What level did you say it was?
This says B1, but it's Navis, so you can't read squat. I don't know what it is. Tell me when you think you're at that area.
I think I'm there.
All right. So which room do they want to stick it in?
Looks like they want it over here.
B1102 and
which is
B1103.
north? Wait a second. I got to get my bearings right. I want you to orbit your screen so that there's no way those two look the same. Look, this elevator lobby they got going this way. That means that north is probably upside down. Thanks. That's really beneficial. It's an easy way to work.
Okay, so that's this.
That's it. That's what I need you to do. Right. Okay. See, so that markup is hogwash. Now, what they're saying, let's look at this again.
They're saying they want them in here.
Isn't that above a stair?
No, I think here is where they're putting them.
All right. Pull that section box so you're just cutting off that one retaining wall at the bottom of this thing.
This thing?
No, of the bottom of the bottom arrows.
I lost my cursor.
There
There it
it
is. All right.
Now orbit up so we can see what the hell's in that room. And how the heck are they going to get the duct across that one beam? So you didn't cut enough. You got to cut a little bit more. Get rid of that wall. So it's not grayed out at the bottom.
I got you.
Nope, that I would have rather had that back down on the steel.
There's no ceiling in there.
Who's got music playing, Eric? Oh, you probably got a washer running or something.
No,
Yeah,
it
we
ain't
need-
me.
Oh yeah, that's me. It's a washer. I'll mute.
Oh, you're
Are you
fine.
fine?
You're fine. I was just curious. Well, we need to come up with background music, but I think if we play regular music, we're going to get damn. But what happens with YouTube? Copyright infringement.
Copyright issues, yeah.
Well, zoom me. I want to see that area, Eric. Will that stuff fit in there?
What, this area here?
Look at this screen right here. They're saying
I'm
that
not seeing that, Brian. The wall, the is the green the top of the wall, the green pieces, or is that steel? On your drawing, there's green stuff. That's
the
confusing.
steel. That's the steel that they don't have color coded per the BIM execution manual because this BIM coordination has been done like shit. Like
Okay,
most.
so
of
it is this room right here.
Do you see where?
Yep, I see where it is.
You see where this VAV is? Can you see that VAV? Show me that VAV on your screen.
It's not in there unless it's this guy here. Unless it's this one here moving over to there.
Yeah, that looks like it.
So if it's, you're telling me this,
That's saying that's a
this,
fan coil unit. That is not a VAV.
I think it's a fan coil unit in Brian's as well. It's the bigger one.
I don't understand what they want done. I'm lost. I'm lost.
Just to move. See, what kills me is this photo has 1-8 and 1-25, and then the text is talking about fan coil B1-2, which is
And
parking
they also
rush.
they changed the handedness of the VAV. They did a mirror or a weird rotate because it's.
So that means they'd have to order the opposite hand VAV.
No, they're good. They're good. It's just flipped. It's just flipped weird.
Yeah, but I need to see the one that says duct. Can you even get below that steel and above that ceiling? How much room do you have and what size is that actual duct?
No, there's no. I don't think.
I need you to pull your cut. So maybe take the transparency off of the ceilings so that it's barely transparent so that we can see where the ceilings are. It does not look like it's going to cross. It does not look like it's going to cross. Yeah, that's where it would be. It's one of those transparencies. Probably that one right there. No, it's probably the architect. Yeah. It'll still the architectural object. You got a double transparency, so change the architectural object as well. I apologize. To be honest with you guys, while he's doing this, I ran out of give a fucks. Okay. I don't think we're going to end up going into the ducts and the pipes because now I'm pissed. All right. So, Eric, if you can show me if indeed that you think that you can get a duct below that steel.
You can't do a dimension in the 3D on the elevation without locking it, maybe?
No, you can't do a dimension. You'd have to change the cut plane.
All right.
I just want you to orbit just a little bit for me. I don't see how that duct. What is the size of that duct coming off of that VAV that they're trying to move to the other side, the main trunk line?
This one.
Yeah. You can actually see that's probably laid down on the ceiling, and you see where it hits the red duct?
This
Or the
one?
red beam? That one there. They want to draw all the way across the other red beam. How the hell is that going to fit when it's halfway up the red beam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
well, it looks like it could come down an inch or two, but that's not going to be enough.
Well, also, you would see in that email, I think it talks about the fact that they were supposed to get back with us within a day or two with the duct sizes. And I haven't heard anything. And that email was from when? 7/18. So this is another one of these rabbit holes they're trying to throw us down. You want to look at the casino. Let's see. Is this the casino level? Who the heck knows where that is? I mean,
It's in the parking garage right there. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, I know that's in the parking garage.
Now, I don't know what floor.
I mean, he doesn't give us column grids. He doesn't give us anything. And it is orientated wrong, correct? Still?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
North, I think, is to the left, if I'm not mistaken, of that second photo.
And
Yeah,
on top
because
of that-
you can see the stair in that one.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they didn't discuss the FCUs at the main front entrance because that we've never got resolved. So this is nowhere close to a resolution. So I will have to respond to this in the morning to say I have no idea what you think is working, but that ain't working. Maybe they can try to do it in Revit. I'm not trying to solve that problem. We got through all the access panels. Is that correct? Except
Yep.
for the ones where we couldn't tell where the lights were because the lights haven't been updated.
Because the light pattern didn't match what they were showing us.
And we got all the electrical rooms, but we still don't have ceilings in those electrical rooms because we haven't gotten an architectural upgrade. Okay? That's where we are. We're going to go ahead and upload these files. And I apologize, guys, but I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'll come back with a better attitude. Sometimes I'm full of piss and vinegar and the world can't beat me. Right now, I'm hanging my guns up. I'm going to go over and pet the dog and watch the sunset.
Sounds
All
like
right.
a good evening.
All right.
And
Yeah.
Tyler, you took that minute mark down, didn't you? Maybe you can pull that up on your screen and get Jason to look at that stuff. Because I'll be honest,
47 minutes.
I'll be honest with you. I don't want to talk to him. I'm pretty cranky. I'm pretty pissed. I'm pretty sick of this. I'm glad you guys are learning because I don't want to draw anymore. I don't want to put up with this shit anymore. Okay? Ginger, just so you know, I did go to bat for you. I was not trying to poke you in the eye. If you got any mud on you, I apologize. I was only trying to do the best thing for Century, and damn them if they don't care. All right? And you know what the best thing is? All this has been recorded for posterity. So if you want to share it with anyone to torpedo me, please torpedo me. I appreciate you guys getting on here. I'm calling it a night. Thank you, and I apologize for being cranky. I'll come back with a better attitude tomorrow.
I'll post these files in the next hour or so.
Later, guys.
Later. Thank you.
Hey, Tyler.
Yeah.
Make sure you end the stream. It'll take a second after you end the stream to then leave the studio. So you got to give it some time to end the stream. But if you'll end it, thank you. I'm done.
10-4. You have a good night, Brian.
Good night.